Alrighty then! Hello and good evening, YouTube. You know what the fucking time is. It is Test Drive, Eve of Destruction, Coyote Country, the grand finale. It has been probably 40 parts. Okay, maybe not 40. I think like 30 something. 35 is gonna be my guess. But we're finally here. After so many restarts. After so many deaths. After so many fucking unbelievable things. And you know what the worst part is? I still have dreams about this game. Still have dreams about this game. They're not good dreams. Sometimes they're good. They're like, there's extra content making it possible to do shit like this. Nah. Nah. I've had so many dreams about this game. I could have an entire series where I play this game just talking about dreams about this game. But that's not the point. It is time for the final fucking Eve. As you all know, it's the Destruction Championship if you've watched either of my fucking series so far. We're at 5%. Ranked second, $30,000, so I got plenty of money to, you know, throw around here, but... Oh, the point is... We're gonna get this fucking show on the road, so... But before any of that, as always, we got some corporate sponsorship for this car. And you know, this run is far less impressive than the previous run. So, our sponsors are a bit outdated. You know, it's really a 90s kind of freaking throwback. It's a throwback weekend here in Test Drive Destruction. That's my excuse anyway. So as you can see, we have on this side Waffle House. On this side we have Rite Aid. On the front we got Best Western. On the back we got Sega. It was originally going to be Sears until I realized that I couldn't do italics. So I just straightened out the same font and it became Sega. And on top we have Kodak. Probably the best looking sponsor out of every one of them that I made. The sad part is that you can't fucking see it, so... You'll never get to admire the beauty of my fucking Kodak artwork. But in any case, we're gonna jump to Out of Town, Destruction Championship. There is no fucking second place. Don't go for second best, baby! No second best here today. Destruction Championship must be finished in the first of positions. There are so many bullshit strategies that I'm going to use in this race, but there's one strategy that I have to take, and that is fucking winning races. And that's going to be hard because we got blind corners, we got our arbitrary damage off of jumps. We got the most violent fucking races. Everyone in this Eve is going to be out to kill you at all times. And there is a fucking bunch of races. But, we kind of just gotta take it for what it's worth here. So, jump race, suicide race. These two races, we're probably gonna expel a lot of health. That's just the facts, but... Oh well. Oh joy, we're already down to 4%. That's not unfair in the slightest. Alright, fuck you game, whatever. I don't know in what fucking universe I lost health already, but fine. Be like that, douchebag game. But yeah, we got a couple of coyotes to race with, but the best part about the Destruction Championship is that as the Eve gets going through its lifespan, that's good. That's good. Probably already down to 1% of health. As the Eve goes along, shut the fuck up, announcer. As the Eve goes along, fucking people start dropping out. The slower cars in the field start to drop out. Which means that we get to put up with faster cars as the Eve goes along. And less room for error. Except for the last race, where I think everyone's entered into the last race. So, that'll be fun. But in any case, it's time. It is time. It is the Final Eve, but you've seen me in the past. Like, I thought Odagramma was hard. Like, fuck me. If only I knew what I had in store for myself in the coming years. But yeah. Really, the problem with this is that there's lots of big, long, and fast stretches. Because the speed is going to be the most difficult part about this entire Eve, keeping up with people. Because there's long stretches. Because, you know, at least with the Eves that we've been going to, I can fucking, you know, what I can do is, catch up with people on the slow corners, because while I don't carry much speed down the straightaways, I carry a lot of speed through the corners. This, on the other hand, are very slow corners and very long, fast straights. And that's probably why I'm in 7th right now. The only reason I've gotten any spots is because everyone's decided to hit into each other. And not me, thankfully. I'm sure I'm already in my death throes, and this is death smoke that I'm expelling right now. But as you can see, that guy ahead of me, he's already fucking about to die. He's already in his death smoke. You see that? That rocket? Like, this is the race number 1, and it isn't even that freaking violent. If it was that violent, I'd probably have killed my car by now. But even this rocket dude, who started this race with full health, mind you. Like, once again, gotta keep saying that. Everyone... Okay, that's not fucking how it's gonna be. I'm so fucking sick and fucking tired of that stupid fucking opening section. They're really slow through corners. That can be a useful thing for me. To see them slow down through the corners here. Like, even this corner, I could honestly see me picking up some spots, even though they should be much faster than me. And this guy's brake checking for some reason. Move your fucking douchebag ass! Fucking Christ! Really? Those fucking dumbasses driving like fucking 2-year-olds, and now I have to start over again! You know, putting up with this shit isn't fucking annoying enough already, but getting arbitrary ass damage because you're fucking stupid and having to re-fucking start every 2 fucking, well, not every 2 seconds, every fucking 15 minutes, because it takes you so fucking long to be a douchebag! Unbelievable! If you chopped your ears off, wouldn't that just make your ear hole larger in turn, making it easier for sounds to emit inside of your ear canal? I hate this fucking race. We were done. We were done twice. But no. Yeah, someone's already dead. That is a position on the track that just died. Are you kidding me? This is the first race. Well, I guess that really doesn't make me feel too bad if I'm dying. Like, if I start this race with 4% health, and there's guys that come in with a full tank and fucking expel it all before the final lap of the first race, that makes me feel a little bit better about these fucking several restarts. Hey, speaking of restarts, fuck you, game. Fuck you and your fucking bullshit. I already want to die. I already want to die. It has been 15 minutes and I am already just... Give me the gun. Just let it end. Just hand me the rifle and I'll do the rest. Alright? That's where I stand on this whole situation. Fucking shit, man. Why is this guy flying all over the goddamn place? Look at that. Look at that. Look at that. Well, that gaggle of god-awful Gary Buseys are gonna fucking ram my asshole like always. See, this guy can't drive like shit and I'm catching up to them. And I guess those guys actually slow down through the corner too. All good, all good, all good, all good, all good. Fucking Christ. Holy moly, macaroni. 20 fuck. 20 minutes to finish 5th and probably have 1% health. I was gonna expel it all in the demolition derby and then hope for the best in the whip around, survive no point to point and no rules race. Rod Taxler, V Finkel, Pat Hurley, Bob Daggett. Who the fuck knows who those guys are? Well, I know Pat Hurley is the orbital. I know V Finkel is a Venom of some sort. Troy Harder's in last, though. He's the fucking guy that we're trying to race against here. John Bundy's a shithole in a fucking whatchamacallit thing. Scott McGregor, I should know him by now. How much health? 3%. You know what? After all those hits, I'm going to say that it started at 5% and got down to 3%. Because, you know, once again, this game's being a douchebag and trying to fuck me over. But with that evidence, because I hit squarely into... whoever I hit. I'm guessing that was Troy that I hit into if he finished last, because I killed him there. So, and I know Troy's in a rocket and all that. But, if that tells me right, because while I hit into other people, that tells me that arbitrary damage is at a minimum right now. That tells me that arbitrary damage is at a minimum. Now I'm just going to have to survive Crash Alley. Because Crash Alley during the home suicide race, very unimpressive. Because there's only 10 cars in this race, and yet most of the time they manage to not hit into each other. I'd say probably because of the lack of depth in the field is why I'd say that. That's my explanation. But yeah, but they still managed to hit you squarely. Don't you worry. Don't you worry. And that's about it. That went as I expected it would. But that was a pretty nice party trick. I'm sure the judges will give that a solid 5 out of 7. You know, by the time this is uploaded, a solid 5 out of 7 is probably going to be a fucking, you know, niche joke. Niche joke at most. So there's already the guy. He's going across the line. I'm in 5th, so that's 2nd and 3rd. So who knows where the next... And that went about as expected. See? Blind corner. Well, it's not even a corner. It's just blind. It's a blind section here. It's completely blind. You cannot, for the life of you, see where these fucking douchebags are coming. That fucks you up in the gauntlet. I'll tell you that much. The gauntlet's a real... The gauntlet in this one is a real motherfucker. It's been a real motherfucker to me over the years. But lately, I've really gotten better at it. Lately, I have set the world on fire in this gauntlet. Ever since coming up with a couple of strategies for it. So yeah, I gotta do that to avoid arbitrary damage. And this guy is all over the goddamn course. I am amazed that he hasn't wrecked yet. He was doing everything in his power to wreck, that's for sure. But yeah, Crash Alley, pretty lackluster. So I'm gonna hope for the best here. Probably get the opposite of the best. Yep. Okay, I think that's everyone on that side. Okay. Hopefully they fuck each other up in this fucking backstretch. Hopefully someone dies. Because that's really the only way I'm going to be getting any points in this race. Because, okay, I guess those two guys behind me kind of fucked off and did, well, I guess they're side by side racing each other. That's what happened. When they side by side each other, that's when shit goes downhill for them real quick. So that guy's dead. That's going to be the spot for me. I've hit into everything on this fucking lap. And of course, once again, I did my magic trick there. Hit the wall on the inside, so I'm probably down to 1% health. So I'm not even going to bother. Because every single fucking time that you meet the other guys, it's completely blind. Because it's either at the entrance that's blind, or it's at these humps, which are blind. I'm just full throttling it into this bitch. That's what that gets you. I'm about ready to throw the fucking panic switch and fucking give up on this shit. This is the second race. And it has been almost a half an hour. There's just nowhere to hide. I'm just the man in the middle of a super shitty race. Nowhere to hide from these stupid douchebags. I'm just gonna keep getting hit head on by these fucking assholes. Nowhere to run to, nowhere to hide. Like if there was a fucking access road that I could use to dodge these douchebags. No, it's just completely fucking blind. You have to pick a direction and go with it and hope they don't pick the same direction. Why does this guy keep picking the same fucking direction as I do? There's probably still one more coming over the thingamajig, isn't there? Yep. What a douchebag. What a fucking douchebag. Alright, well I'm still in second to last. Now I'm pointing at least. But the guys in the lead are going to be the ones that are starting to pull away with this shit. Because they're the ones that performed well in the previous race. Which means that they had lots of health because they weren't having to deal with stupid assholes. Like I am right now. See, I just handed him that position because I can't do anything else. I can't do anything else. I have to hand him that position. Because if I go over the jump, I'm gonna get fucking flipped upside down. Like fucking Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. Can't even make a joke before restarting these fucking days. Oh my god. And I have to slow down here to avoid dying on the humps. On my humps. Still fucking died anyway. So it was entirely pointless to slow down over those humps. Still died regardless. This opening part alone is 45 seconds long. I mean, that's just only making things last 15,000 years longer than it needs to. Alright with that, okay, I'm just gonna slow down and hope for the best. Because those guys are gonna be far back. I hate this fucking game with all my fucking heart. In first grade, I watched an episode of CSI something. I don't exactly remember which CSI it was, but I know what happened in the show. So there was, this guy, and he was like, okay, so at the start, there's these people in a car, and they're like driving behind this bus, and then out of nowhere, this arm flies out from under the bus and slaps him on the windshield. And that's how the episode starts. So it turns out there's this guy. It was underneath the bus. For whatever reason. He was just hanging underneath the bus and he fucking died. And somehow his body got tangled up underneath and stayed there so that the people in the car could have an arm fly out of them one night. You know? So, don't know how that worked. But at the same time, there's this store plot line about this guy commits suicide. Stabbing himself several times. And it's not even that, like... It's a weird way of stabbing yourself. Fucking Christ, this fucking game is gonna make me fucking claw out my fucking eyes! I'm gonna rip out the vocal cords in my throat, and I'm gonna shove them up my own ass, because this game is pissing me off so much. And he was stabbing himself in the weirdest way. He glued a knife to a wall or something, and just ran into it several times. Like, that's how he killed himself. That's how he stabbed himself. He didn't just take the fucking knife. He didn't do that bullshit where you fucking slit your wrists or anything. No, he fucking took it to the next level. He just ran into a knife several times, you know? That's how that CSI episode was. Yeah, that was first grade. That's like the only time that I've ever cried out of fear watching something. Like, I've been scared watching horror movies before, but not like fucking, you know, to the verge of tears. No, first grade was the first and last time, really, that I cried about something horrifying on TV. You know what? I'm just gonna wait. I'm just gonna wait. Honestly. I'm just gonna let you go. So that's 7th, 6th. Yeah, I brought it up at school the next day, and I remember this because it was a substitute teacher, and I gave, you know, the synopsis of the episode. And the teacher was, you know, getting slowly more and more horrified as I got into the grisly details of the guy stabbing himself several times. And she's like, you know what? You probably shouldn't be watching that. And you know, my fucking best friend at the time, you know, he was like, I watched the same thing. And I fucking looked over and like, were you as fucking terrified? Because that was some bullshit. I mean, that was some bullshit. That fucking show. Please tell me I'm getting third out of this. Yeah, whatever, fourth is pretty good. Well, that sucked. That race blew ass out of the cannon, but 2 fourth places in a row. We're sitting nicely in third. Almost 100 points behind V fucking Finkel. Well, we're sitting pretty. We got a string of good events. Namely, school bus, demolition derby, whip around, not survival, point to point, and gauntlet. So these races are going to be vital, basically is what I'm saying. Bernie Sanders is a lot less fun to talk about now that he fucking conceded. What a damn crying shame. Bitch! Bitch! Fucking Nigeria is a country where people of African descent come from.